I've given you, I'm scoring fiscal policy.
Well, I understand
really
you're being
reluctant to do
careful,
it.
but Mr. Chairman, the United States Congress, in addition to its regular budget, has spent $7 trillion. I'm not saying all of it was unnecessary. On top of that, the Fed's increased its balance sheet from $1.5 trillion to $9 trillion. $9 trillion. I know you're cutting it back, but we've injected all of this money into the economy, and then people go, well, we have inflation. Duh. Give me some help here. Tell me what we can do.
Hey everyone. Well, today I'm diving into an intense exchange between Senator John Kennedy and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. They discussed some of the hottest topics on the economic front: inflation, interest rates, and what's really going on with our economy. I'm breaking it all down for you, so stick around to get the key takeaways from this critical conversation. And hey, if you enjoy these breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Look, Mr. Chairman, we got a hell of a mess here. Okay? Inflation is hitting my people so hard they're coughing up bones. I don't care what the inflation is in other parts of the country, of the world. I'm sorry they're having inflation in other parts of the world, but them in misery doesn't make my people feel better. They're still miserable. Inflation is hitting people so hard they're coughing up bones. It's the highest in 40 years. Our national debt is greater than our national output. Crime's up. The border's open. Respect for institutions is way down, and 70% of the American people think we're headed in the wrong direction. Now, we got a hell of a mess. And right now, you're the most powerful man in the United States, maybe in the world. We've got to get, President Biden, I don't blame him. I understand politics. He keeps saying, well, your 401k has crashed and gas has gone from $2 to $5 a gallon because the economy's so good. And the American people know that's not true. Now, other than relieving regulatory burden, let me put it in the form of a question. What if the United States Congress said, look, we've got a budget. We're going to freeze spending. We're going to stop injecting more money into the economy. We're going to freeze spending until Powell can get control on the demand side. Would that help?
You know, I feel like giving you advice on what to do when
I'm asking
we're not
for it.
getting
I welcome it.
We're not getting our own job done. I feel like maybe a better thing to do would be for us to get our house in order and do the job you've assigned us.
Well, let me put it another way. Let's suppose, forget about Congress. Let's suppose that every governor in every state and every legislature in every state got together tomorrow and said, I know it's not likely to happen, and said, we are going to freeze our budgets. We're not going to spend a penny more than's already budgeted. Would that help?
Would it help?
Sir?
Would it help with?
Would it help reduce inflation?
It would depend on it. Might, but it would take. Again, I'm giving you. I'm scoring fiscal policy.
Well, I understand
really
you're being careful, but Mr. Chairman, the United States Congress, in addition to its regular budget, has spent $7 trillion. I'm not saying all of it was unnecessary. On top of that, the Fed's increased its balance sheet from $1.5 trillion to $9 trillion. $9 trillion. I know you're cutting it back, but we've injected all of this money into the economy, and then people go, well, we have inflation. Duh. Give me some help here. Tell me what we can do.
I'm really focused on what we can do, which is shrink our balance sheet and raise interest rates and get supply and demand back into alignment and get inflation back down to 2%.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy.
So there you have it. Senator Kennedy's fiery questioning of Fed Chair Powell revealed the challenges we're facing with inflation and economic policy. The Fed's trying to manage demand, but the supply side of the equation needs more attention too, and Congress has a role to play. What do you think? Should Congress be doing more to boost supply, or is the Fed on the right track? Drop your thoughts. Welcome back to